All right, hey everybody, I'm gonna do a top 10 niche compliment getting video. So these 10 fragrances, wear them if you just want a shit ton of compliments. That's pretty much it. I was gonna say something, but I can't remember. We're gonna start, and this is in no order in particular. So all of these are basically number one. Elysium by Parfums. I'm wearing this and Oud Wood as my scent of the day. I'm layering the two because one of my subscribers said to do it, and I love this. I'm going to be doing this a lot. It's my favorite layering combination so far. But Elysium is a really sexy, fresh fragrance. It's like lemony, but if you saw the video I did with my sister, and it's not lemony like in a pledge way, like in a way that's like, oh, I'm gonna clean my bathroom with this kind of lemon freshener. But yeah, her eyes roll back every single time she smells this. When I wear this around just like people I hang out with that aren't into fragrances, they always love it. They always give me a ton of compliments. They're like, you smell really good. I love that. What is that? And then I tell them the fragrance, they look it up and they're like, fuck, 300, you know what I mean? They're used to, they haven't really seen a price tag like that on a fragrance because most people don't know niche. They just know designer as like the holy grail of fragrances. But yeah, niche fragrances, I love them because not a lot of people on the street rock them. And this is just a fantastic fragrance. Yes, it's marketed to men, but like I said, if you see that video of me and my sister, she smelled this blind and it's something she would wear as well. She was like, no, I would rock this. I think it's sexy on myself. I think it'd also be sexy on my boyfriend. So Elysium by Parfums, that's going to be number one. Number two is for the people that like sweet and sexy. Soir by MFK. This is an amber vanilla fragrance and it really projects so well. The first day I wore this, I remember I was with I went to go pick up my grandma or something like that, and I went to go see my uncle. So I gave him a hug, and he was like, damn, that smells good. He was doing this, and he's like, what is that? He loved this fragrance. It made him go wide-eyed. But yes, I have gotten great reactions from men and from women wearing this fragrance. It goes straight down the middle. And by the way, the longevity of Elysium, I get over 8 hours. I get 8 hours easy. So I don't know what people are talking about with it not performing. Maybe it just doesn't hold on your skin well, or you're spraying it in the wrong areas. But yeah, this thing, great fresh fragrance, long lasting. This easily over 10 hours. Easily. The dry down is fantastic. It's amazing. And sometimes you think that it's no longer on you, but it is. I got a compliment on this. I think I sprayed it in the morning or something, and people by like 7 p.m. were still complimenting me on this scent. So it's really nice. If you want to smell like a big warm hug, then this is a great fragrance for you. So number two, Soir by MFK. We're gonna go down here, and I'm gonna reach for Side Effect by Nicio. This is just something that the people love. Like, I myself, I think it's all right. I think it's all right as the wearer. But man, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about this DNA that makes people, just draws people in. Where they're like, that smells nice. And next thing you know, their face is in your neck. And you're like, okay, I kind of like this. I'm very much a physical touch person. So I like hugs and embraces and stuff like that. If you're someone like me that loves that, then Side Effect by Nicio is the fragrance for you. It smells like cinnamon and rum. And I do get kind of like a dried fruit board in the opening, kind of like if you've smelled Straight to Heaven by Kilian, which wasn't my favorite fragrance. It's kind of similar to the fruity vibe I get in this one. So maybe that's why I find those two scents like so, but people's reactions definitely say otherwise. This is something that both a frag head would enjoy and the average person on the street would love. So Side Effect by Nicio is number three. Number four is gonna be Dazir Toxic by M. Micallef. This, hold on, did I say who that's marketed to? I said straight down the middle, men and women, straight down the middle, men and women, or whoever. This is marketed to men, Elysium, but just super unisex. Okay, Dazir Toxic is a warm, spicy, sexy fragrance, okay? This is pretty much a naughty time scent. If you're literally trying to get busy, that's what this thing was made for. It was made for sex. It's sex in a bottle, honestly. It smells like black currant, which is kind of like blackberries, cinnamon, there's patchouli, musk, and cannabis, which is either gonna, it's like the make or break note of this fragrance. Usually when people smell it, they're either really drawn to it or they're fucking repulsed by it. Luckily, the reactions I've gotten have been the first one. So that's the reason why I really don't see the hate for this scent. I can get why it's polarizing, but thankfully, it does not appear like that on my skin. But yeah, this thing does not project. It's a bit softer compared to the first three fragrances I mentioned. This is something that's a bit closer in your scent bubble. These other three really just push through. And when you walk by, people are like, damn, that smells good. This is something a bit more intimate to me. Like if you're having a conversation, you're at a party, and yeah, and it's loud and you just got to get closer, you know what I mean? Like that, then this is where it shines. Cause they're like, oh, okay, damn, you smell kind of nice. And it's just sexy, completely sexy. Unisex, I do see more men reach for this than women, but ladies, don't sleep on this one. Don't sleep on it, especially if you want something warm, spicy. And the good thing to remember is that like a lot of these scents, skin chemistry is such a big thing. I've said this in so many videos before, but the way this fragrance smells on me is different than the way it smells on a big burly man, honestly. Okay, so that's 4. And well, you know what? I'll throw this one in here. I'll throw it in here. This is my number 5, Hassevat by, I know I said I'd look at it, Nishane. I'm going to say Nishane. This scent I used to be crazy about, and I still like it, but I prefer Elysium a lot more now. But this is for the fresh pineapple people that love fragrances like Creed Aventus. If you love Aventus, but you want something similar to that that's gonna last, and I'm talking easily over 15 hours, this is the fragrance for you, okay? And I wasn't expecting it to really last because it's a freshie, you know what I mean? But I was complimented like after 24 hours with this fragrance in the dry down. Like I sprayed it 10:30 in the morning one day, and the next day I got complimented at 11 in the morning. And I wasn't even close to somebody, they just passed by me. They passed by me from behind me because I also sprayed this on like the back of my neck, and they're like, you smell really nice. And then I was like, wow, damn, they could still smell that. This thing shows out. Absolutely, it's that fresh pineapple DNA. It's really nice. It's a gorgeous scent. This is for the people that are like, damn, I want something. If I'm gonna buy something niche, I want that shit to last and I want it to be fresh. Here it is. Here it is. Very mass appealing, marketed to men and women. More men reach for it because, yeah, it has that Creed Aventus like DNA. I don't really see as many women wearing this, but shit, if a woman were to wear this, it'd be sexy as hell. Absolutely sexy. So that's my number 5. And my number 6 is going to be Leighton by Parfums de Marly. Show-stopping fragrance right here. And I know when you're looking at Leighton, and if you're a niche frag head, you're going to be like, oh, Leighton, that's the most basic one. Like I said, this is for compliments, okay? This isn't, I'm not going to throw something in here like, as much as I think Hopped On is great, I don't think that it beats out Leighton in terms of like mass appealing compliments galore. I don't think that it doesn't compete. This blows it out of the water. This fragrance is so easy to like. You get over 12 hours, no problem, with 3 sprays or less. So for the people that don't want to spray too much, like if you're somebody that sprays only twice and you're looking for a fragrance that's going to push with that, this is a good one to go for. And the way it develops is absolutely beautiful. This scent smells like apple. There's also cardamom, which makes it really, really sexy, and vanilla. Those are the 3 that I get on my skin or on my clothes. And it's funny, I'll probably do a video with her. My Nana, she's 91 years old. I was bringing her some of my fragrances, and then I sprayed this on her. Out of everything in my collection that she's ever smelled, and that includes like the hundreds of samples that you don't see on this, just like the vials and stuff, this has been her favorite. I sprayed it on her sweater, her jacket, And she literally, like, she just loves smelling it. So now when I'm like, do you want to wear a fragrance? I always give her this one. And it comforts her. But aside from that, this thing is super sexy. This is just like when everybody in the club is wearing like your Dior Sauvage Ultra Male, Bleu de Chanel kind of DNA, and you're rolling in with Leighton, you're getting everybody. You're getting everybody. And yeah, this is marketed, I believe, more men gravitate to this. It's a bit more masculine, but no, to me, it's unisex. To me, it's unisex. And I'm not saying that in a biased way. I'm factoring in my sister's opinion on it, and she loves feminine fragrances. When she smelt this blind, she thought it was something that she could wear. She actually said that it smelled more feminine. She's like, wow, I would, like, she smelled the paper, if you saw the video, and she was like, if I smelled this on my boyfriend, I would ask him why he's going through my stuff, because it smells like something that I would wear. It smells like a woman's perfume. So that's just blind, okay? Without knowing anything about the brand, anything about fragrances, and she has that average nose. So yeah, give this a shot. Give it a shot. It's really, really sexy. Leighton by Parfums de Marly. I think that's this is 6, right? 1, 2, yeah, 6. 7 is going to be Lamar by Kajal Perfumes. This is a royal fragrance right here. Come on. Sweet, sexy pineapple. Oh my God. Yeah, this is the head turner. This is the head turning fragrance. This isn't something that needs to be introduced. It punches you in the fucking throat. It makes its presence known. Right when you spray it, when you're walking by, everyone's neck is going to snap like that. They're going to snap. It's going to snap because the way this thing projects, the way it just lingers in the air, it just draws you in like crazy. It's very alluring. And the thing is, for all the dudes, for all the guys, right, that see this like, oh, sweet pineapple, I don't know if I want to do something sweet like that. Trust me, this smells really sexy on men as well. It smells fucking fantastic on women. But even on guys, like, this is something that not a lot of guys rock, which is why the guys that wear it get all the compliments and get all that, because they smell different. They smell unique. They don't smell like your typical ex-boyfriend or your brother or your cousin or your dad. You know, it's a bit more daring because it has that sweetness, similar to Baccarat Rouge 540 by MFK. I'm not saying it smells like it exactly, because it doesn't. But that the sweetness that Baccarat has is a little bit present in this fragrance, except instead of instead of cotton candy, it's sweet pineapple. And who doesn't love pineapple? Who doesn't love sexy pineapple? This is something that makes people want to bite into you. And it's not even a gourmand, to be honest, but it just has that, let me get you. That's what this fragrance just does. Drives people crazy. Okay, so that was 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7. My number 8, again, no order in particular. Naxos by Sergio. For the bad boys, for the bad girls. Falls completely unisex. I did say that Lamar leans a little bit more feminine, but very unisex. Don't sleep on that one. This is right down the middle. Right down the middle. Right down the middle. It smells like tobacco, honey, lavender, vanilla. And this scent easily goes at least 10 hours. And for Lamar, that thing goes 12 over. 12 and over. Oh, wow. That thing's a big compliment monster. But this one is a beast as well. Okay, and I feel like tobacco was one of those tricky scents that sometimes it puts you off and sometimes it just like makes you want to fucking raw dog something. That's the second one is what I'm talking about with this tobacco. I call this thing like the monarch of back shots, because it just has that sex appeal. Not a lot of fragrances have it. I mean, of course, there's a lot that do, but this one is it's easily gonna be a standout fragrance in your collection for sure, especially if you're just starting out and you're like, damn, I want something that's bold, daring, but it still has that safety net that a lot of people are gonna like. That's Naxos by Sergio. I loved this longer than I loved Herod by Parfums de Marly. I wasn't too crazy about Herod, but this off the bat I loved. Now I love Herod. So I flip back and forth between these two, but if I want a smoother kind of tobacco, I go for Naxos. So that's my number 8. And my number 9 is gonna be Intense Cafe by Montblanc. Fuck. Dude. Okay. Very unisex. More women gravitate to this. Don't know why a lot of guys don't go for this one because, I mean, it drives women crazy. They love it. Yeah. Okay, this is one of those scents that in the air it's fantastic. Up close it's fantastic. And it just, like, this thing, every single time I've worn it and I've hugged somebody, those hugs last a long ass time. They last a long time. And people are just breathing heavy into my neck. And they're just like, you smell so good. I love this. And especially, like, when I'm wearing a sweater and I have this fragrance on, it's just like they're there to stay. And I'm just there rubbing their back. I'm like, yeah, thank you. It's Montblanc. And I'm just there. I'm like, how's your day going? All that kind of stuff. And we have our conversation while they're wrapped up in me. So this is sexy. Sweet coffee, fresh rose petals. Oh, damn. Yeah. To the feminine nose. This thing goes crazy, absolutely crazy. So number 9 is Intense Cafe by Montblanc. Easily 10 hours. Easily a 10-hour fragrance. And the dry down is where it's at with this scent. I mean, the whole thing, it is pretty linear, but when it dries down, it's just the perfect amount of sweetness and the perfect amount of loudness to me. For me, personally. Okay, so Intense Cafe by Montblanc. And my number 10, oh, you know what? I really want to say Carlisle by Parfums de Marly because that thing pulls a lot of compliments. I don't have a bottle of it. I know it's here in like the Max Aroma, things like that. But okay, my number 10 is Carlisle. It's Carlisle. But if I had to have a bottle, between all my bottles right now, I'm going to go with this guy. I'm going to go with 1899 Hemingway by Histoire de Parfums. Okay, this is your spicy fragrance. This is your intimate date night. This is the scent that just, fuck. When you're in its scent bubble, it just screams classy. It screams luxurious. It screams that you take care of yourself, all that kind of stuff, right? But, oh fuck, now I'm thinking of all these other fragrances that I tested. Like, I wore Halfeti by Penhaligon's yesterday. And that thing is incredible. That's like the epitome of class. But is it something that, like, I had some people that aren't into fragrances smell it and they were like, oh, it's all right. But it didn't give them the reaction that any of the first 9 that I showed you gave you. This, I'm actually going to stick with Carlisle more than this one because here's the reason. This still gets compliments. It gives oh, that's nice. That's a nice scent. And it does have sexiness. Like, people still go crazy over this. But Carlisle drives people even crazier, in my opinion, with my experiences. Okay, when I've worn Carlisle and I've passed people or I've just been minding my business, doing things like that, it's a fragrance that, like, it makes people whip their head and they're like, yo, what are you wearing? That smells good. And I'll say it's Carlisle, and it's dark, it's a bit smoky, but it also has like that very likable, it's just something like, it's like a clusterfuck of a bunch of Parfums de Marly's, like Herod, Leighton. I do see some similarities with Hobdon in it, and it's so good. It's a fantastic fragrance, and it's just literally, it's a superstar scent, an absolute superstar. If you had to ask me between Leighton and Carlisle, oh damn, that's tough. The average person, I think, would like Leighton, but the more Carlisle dries down, like, oh fuck, no, they would like I don't know. Now I'm torn. So yeah, I'm gonna go Carlisle instead of 1899 Hemingway by Histoire de Parfums. But this thing still shows out, absolutely. But I think if you're looking for the reactions of the eyes rolling back and the oh my god, like, and the eyes going wide and just getting that kind of reaction from a smell without telling people like the brand or whatever or anything, or just leading it in, just them smelling you, Carlisle is gonna beat this one easily, and it lasts over 12 hours. I'm even gonna say over 14 hours. That's a beast mode fragrance right there. But yeah, those are gonna be my top 10 sexiest compliment getting niche fragrances in my current collection. There's so many more the samples right there that I need to try, but I also love showing you the bottles, okay? So thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I'll record more stuff either tonight or tomorrow, okay? See you later. Bye.